Hey YouTubers, what's up? It is me, Mr. Hairmania, aka Johnny Mac. Alright, we are continuing with our hair series, our hair weaving 101 series. And today I'm going to talk to you about the different types of hair. Because there's a lot of different hair on the market. And in this lesson today, which I don't know, it's a long one, y'all, for real. Let me clean my glasses a bit. I know you're looking at me, you're like, wow, you look so much better without them thick glasses. I know. My vision is starting to come back, so hopefully in a couple weeks I can lose the readers, but until then, when I don't have notes and stuff, you know what, I'll take them off. It'll be cool, because I'm clear enough to see. Alright. Readers back up, bam. Damn, I got hella glare. You can see the computer on my screen, that's hot. Alright, basically, out on the market there are a lot of types of hair. And so in this particular lessons, I want to teach you about the different types of hair that are out there on the market, how to look for good hair, and my girl over at Into Hair, who is a stylist, she did a video on wordplay on YouTube. I subscribe to her, so you can click on that, but I'm going to give you the information that she shared about wordplay, so that people understand really what they're getting when they go into the stores. Because a lot of times what happens is that you see Remy and you just go for it, or you see Yaki and you just go for it, but there's two different spellings to both and they mean two different things. So let's get started in our lesson. I'm gonna read off some notes, y'all. And basically, we're going to talk about the quality of hair, okay? So, out there in the world of weaves, wigs, extensions, and things, wow, that's a tongue twister. Say that about 5 times. Real fast, real quick. Remy hair is the highest quality of hair extension you can find. Human hair extension, that is. Okay. Remy hair has the cuticle to the hair still intact. And this is important because whenever the cuticle layer is stripped, the hair tends to tingle more. Woo! Until it's early in the morning. Tangle more. The longevity of the use of it isn't that great. And it usually is kind of lackluster in the shine department. When the cuticle is still intact, usually there's little to no tangling. You could use the hair you could reuse it several times. I've known people that have reused the same hair up to a year, and it held up, you know. There's also the shine factor, which is that when the cuticle is still attached to the hair, the light hits the hair, and it bounces off. It reflects, causing the shine. If you Google hair cuticle, or if you take a strand of your hair, like a small strand that's falling out, because everyone sheds hair, and put it under a microscope, you'll see the cuticles, and the cuticles are the things, they look like little shingles on a roof, basically. So that, Remy hair is the highest quality because it is, it still possesses its cuticle layer, and everybody wants it. They just do. So now we're going to talk about some other types of wefts. We're going to talk about, first off, non-Remy weft. What is a non-Remy weft? A non-Remy weft or non-Remy hair is really popular. It's really readily available. It's readily accessible. It's sometimes referred to as fallen hair. The roots of the hair and tips are all mixed up in non-Remy hair. Tangling is an issue with it, but it sells big because it's inexpensive hair, and that's just the truth of it. A lot of people can't afford Remy hair. Remy hair can run you from $60 a pack to in excess of $100. There was some hair that I was showing was like $139. I've seen it for like $159, $200, $400 or $500 for Remy hair. It's very, very sought after and highly in demand, but very expensive. You know, it's like the Louis Vuitton or, you know, Balenciaga of hair. It's very expensive. So a lot of people, and I've done it, still do it, pick non-Remy hair. We get non-Remy wefts. Now let me tell you that non-Remy comes in two types, which is tangle-free non-Remy. And this happens, the way they do it to make it tangle-free is that they shave off the cuticles or the ends. And this reduces the chance of friction among the hairs, and so that's how they get it to be tangle-free. But there's a downside to it, because if you cut the cuticle, the shine is not as great, and a lot of people end up using a lot of product in their weave, which, no, you shouldn't use a lot of product in your weave. You shouldn't really use product at all, in my opinion, but occasionally you got to, you know, if it's wet and wave, you got to use mousse, something, whatever. Alright, the next one is a normal non-Remy hair, and generally it is the very least expensive type of hair. The cuticles are present, but they go in different directions, and the hair is prone to tangle. Let me backtrack to Remy hair. The cuticles go all in the same direction, and they have the same flow. And with non-Remy hair, that is not the case. So, that is some basics right there on that part. Then you have what is called single draw. Single drawn is basically it's a bargain basement weave, period. Like it's low quality, like it's lowest on the top of all. It's like single draw, non-Remy, and then Remy. Okay, it is the bootleg of weave, period. Like it's that was Scotty, y'all. We had car trouble this morning. It's crazy, long story. I'll tell y'all some other time. Anyway, single draw is it's the lowest quality. The hair usually has like 2 or 3 different differences in the tip. Some hair, and that means that some hair will be like 2 inches shorter than others. Double drawn hair is similar to Remy hair. Double drawn wefts are all the same length. Double draw is like, let me take it back to the hair chart, shall we? You have single draw, you have double draw, then you have non-weft, then you have Remy. Bam, that's where it fits in the echelon of types of hair. And there's 3 qualities that are designated. And the 3 qualities are, let me pull up my note real quick and I'll tell you. And a lot of this information is general information that you can find on like Wikipedia or a lot of hair sites. Know your weaves, baby. Research. Alright, so here we go. Quality A consists of tangle-free non-Remy hair with the cuticle shaved off and smoothed out. The entire weft consists of hairs that are the same length with no short hair. This is a premium quality weft. Okay? There you go. Quality B is the next quality, and it's made up of non-Remy wefts. They are tangle free because their cuticles are shaved off. They're made up of special double drawn hair with the hair length of a 2-inch difference, but there's no short hairs. And then quality C wefts are made up of tangle-free non-Remy. The cuticles are shaved off. The cuticles are shaved off of all 3 qualities, but it's a single drawn. And the weft is made up of different hair lengths. So sometimes you'll pick up a track and you'll see like, you know, like it'll be like a 12-inch track altogether, but then like you see like 10 inches, you know, 10-inch strands, and they're pretty noticeable too when you hold them up. So that is your non-Remy and Remy wefts, okay? When I come back, because this is going to be a long one, and I'm trying to keep these vids under 10 minutes for you guys so that nothing gets really cut off. So when we come back, we're going to talk about synthetic hair, and we're going to talk about human hair, and yeah, so stay tuned for part 2 of today's class, which is about hair and the different types of hair that are out there. I'll have a fancy title. Talk to you in a bit.